80 degrees today in the amazing city of Interlaken. We're gonna go do the final Taco Bell update, but I did want to talk about this real quick, and that is the gray flannel cologne that I bought the other day. I need to make a quick correction. That is not gray flannel, that is Au Deux gray flannel, and it's a totally different thing. I got this, you know, it comes in the pouch, and you see that in the little plastic box at Ross. I was like, oh, I got gray flannel, but I don't. It's a flanker, they call it. I did not know that they made a flanker of gray flannel. You know, it looked like Scope minty mouthwash when I pulled it out of there, and I knew that was wrong, but I had just thought it was a reformulation, but it's not. I also in that video said, yeah, you should get this, it smells great. This does smell great, but it's not long lasting. I said it was long lasting in the video. That is a real quick fade out. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. And if you're ignorant like me and you want gray flannel and you see it in Ross, what you need to look for is where it says Au Deux above the gray flannel. You don't want that. So
you couldn't see that there at the store.
Yeah, I didn't even know to look for it.
Gray flannel.
Well, no, on the tag it has a little cardboard tag on the string that will say Au Deux gray flannel. I didn't know. So now I know, and maybe you out there may know. Alright, I also wanted to show this. Is a cheapy knockoff of Drakkar that I got at Family Dollar a few days ago. I went in to get some chicken noodle soup. I saw that and grabbed it. I don't usually mess with these kind of cheap knockoffs because I've got them in the past, and it's like, you could smell like Armani, and it smells like Febreze with rubbing alcohol, and it wears off after a few seconds. So I usually don't mess with these, but this is good. It smells just like the real deal. So for $3 you can have that, but I mean, it's very hard to tell a difference between these two. You got to believe me on that. So Family Dollar, $3. I would recommend picking that up if you like Drakkar. Smells just like it, and it's also it projects well and is very long lasting, just like Drakkar too. So if you like Drakkar, you can't lose with that. All right, now we're gonna run down to Dunkin' Donuts and do the final Dunkin' Donuts update. And the next time that we go to Dunkin' Donuts, it will be when it's open. And let me put my seatbelt on right quick, hang on. And all these young kids on YouTube talking about Drakkar is, you know, for grandpas, or it smells like a nursing home. That's funny to me. Drakkar used to be like the cologne back in the day. And it doesn't seem, the 80s don't seem that long ago to me, but I guess it was. Anyway, I promise you that even though it smells like a grandpa cologne, your grandma really likes it. Alright, down to Dunkin' Donuts. And I was going to talk a little bit about the Rescue 911 episode I shared yesterday. I did know Benji. Our families were friends long before that accident and long after it. Benji was a little bit older than me, maybe 2 or 3 years older, so we didn't really hang out much, but I did hang out with his younger brothers. You see his younger brothers at the end of that video when they're having a cookout. I won't mention their names just because they're not mentioned on the video, so excuse me, I still have a itchy throat. I don't think they'd care if I mentioned their names, but I'm just not going to do it. I am still friends with the youngest brother on Facebook, although I hardly ever go on Facebook anymore. But as far as I know, Benji's still doing well. I used to work with Benji at Miller's, and it was amazing how quick he had that accident and was right back at work. So you could tell that walking wasn't easy for him. He was struggling, you know, just to walk, but he never had a frown on his face or a woe is me. He was always smiling and upbeat and happy. So, you know, he did really well. And I'm sure that that whole video thing isn't a pleasant memory for him, I'm sure, but it happened. So, but yeah, they moved away. I haven't talked to any of them really, except for the youngest brother on Facebook. I can't even say years, it's been decades. But one thing that was interesting about that video is they had to send paramedics from Palaca because we didn't even have any in Interlachen back then. I completely forgot about that, but I guess we didn't. So, although nowadays in Interlachen, if you have any kind of emergency, we have paramedics right here in town. So, and it was also, I remember the day that happened, the news went around town so fast. You know, there was no cell phones or internet back then, but everyone in town knew it. So, of course, I was friends with, you know, with his little brothers. Of course, I would have known it, but I don't even think I heard it from them. It was just because the news went around town so fast back then, and everybody knew everybody back then too. So nowadays, I hardly know anybody in this town. Everybody has either moved away or passed on, but definitely back in Interlachen in the 80s, it was a lot different. Everybody knew everybody. Get the luck of catching the red light, of course. It's like they're building a deck over there at True Grits. True Grits restaurant, which in the 80s was a bank. And that has been many banks over the years, and then they finally just turned it into this restaurant. Oh, me and the driver formerly known as James went to Taco Bell the other day. And the driver formerly known as James is wanting to get some of those chicken nuggets. And they have already discontinued the chicken nuggets. Which was strange. I mean, they just came out with those, and now they're gone. Driver formerly known as James was none too happy. I don't care because I didn't really care for him, so I guess more people agreed with me than the driver formerly known as James.
You and those people are wrong.
Well, apparently their wallets weren't, because nobody was buying them. I didn't like them. I don't like chicken nuggets anyway, but especially didn't care for those. And we're going to do our normal thing here, pull in. We have workers out here today. Looks like they're landscapers, so anyway, let's check it out. Okay, so they're putting in some trees and stuff. They'll probably be laying sod here shortly. This is the almost completed Dunkin' Donuts. And this sign up here is neat. I'll show that in a second when we get up to it. See if I can get a shot of it. Interlocking runs on Dunkin'. I have never seen a Dunkin' Donuts anywhere that mentions the name of the town on it. Just thought that was cool. And we still have the gotta go box, which I'm sure will be taken out shortly. They're starting to put in the landscaping all around here, which will be pretty when it's done. Very nice. They're working over here, so I'm not going to walk over here, but that's just very cool. I still don't know what they're going to do with those 3 pillars. I would imagine they're going to put an awning over the top of that maybe, and you can sit out there and eat your donuts. I'm just not sure. Oh, and I didn't show the drive-through thing. I guess that's where you were going to pull around and order. Right there. And they have the little drive-through thing over here. So that's going to be kind of weird. You're going to have to pull in over there, drive around through here, order there, and then around the other side to get your order. Interesting. All right, everybody, that is going to complete the Dunkin' Donuts update. They got this done in just a little over 4 months here, so that's cool. Definitely much quicker than Taco Bell. And the next time we come here, it will be open, so hopefully they're cool about cameras and don't give us any trouble when we go in. And we will go in and film the inside of it once it's open and ready. All right, everybody, that is the close of our Dunkin' Donut updates. Peace.